Hi everyone, my name is Kristen Avalos with KristenAvalos.com, spiritual empowerment coach, helping you to break free from your fears and self-doubts and step into your authentic path as a spiritual leader and healer. And I wanted to talk about the topic today of healing the past, healing traumas. And so for the sake of this video, I'm talking about small t traumas and not big T traumas. Because if you're working with big T traumas, such as abuse or a particular health issue, it's best to work with someone that is a professional. And so that could be a tapping consultant like myself, or it could be a therapist or other sort of healer that you trust with deeper issues. But what I mean by a small t trauma is one of the following. It's either something that when you think about it, it brings up a certain level of upset or regret, or it's something that when you think about it, just the thought of it still brings triggering memories to you in some way, such as anxiety, or maybe you feel it in your body, such as a pit in your stomach or a rapidness of your heartbeat. And the third criteria for a small t trauma is also something that just made you feel less confident in yourself or less powerful. And so it could be one of these things, or it could be all three of them. So I want you to just see if you can take a moment and see if you can bring to mind an incident. And one of the things when I'm working with my clients, usually the incident is something like a past, what would be deemed a failure, maybe the loss of a business, or maybe it's just judgment. You made a decision, you made a choice, and it had some repercussions that maybe you weren't expecting, maybe you weren't prepared to handle, such as a lot of criticism or being mocked or being judged in some way. So think about that incident and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, how much emotion or anxiety or stress comes up when you think about this particular issue. 10 being it's still causing a lot of anxiety and stress to think about it. 1 being the lower end of the scale. So just think about that, rate the number. And another thing that might be helpful is just giving this situation a title. So for instance, maybe the title is, I was so embarrassed. Or maybe the title is, the time that I failed epically. So that's another thing that you can do that will be helpful in your tapping to help you get more clear and focused. But I want to go ahead and do some tapping with you to clear some of the memories and the emotion that is attached to that. So we're going to start on the karate chop point, and you can just go ahead and repeat after me. Even though I have this horrible story, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this traumatic experience, I honor and accept how it makes me feel. Even though I have this traumatic incident from my past, and it still brings up so many emotions for me, I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Okay, we're going to jump through the points. Just thinking about this memory still brings up so many emotions. All of that judgment and criticism. All of that stress and anxiety. I tried so hard. I really did my best. And I felt like it was going so well. I had so much hope. I was so optimistic. But I was just stupid. Why did I think that it would have turned out any differently? All of that shame and judgment, it turned out to be a horror story. It just crumbled so quickly. And I remember how stressed out I was. I can still think about that situation and feel all of this overwhelm and anxiety. It still makes me emotional. And so I've just stuffed it in the back of my mind. I don't want to think about it anymore. It was a complete disaster. And my best just wasn't good enough in this situation. And I felt like such a failure. I felt like I had to build up a wall around my heart because it was just so emotional. So much anger and sadness. It's made me regret even trying. And I don't even want to think about it. It's just too painful to even think about. So I store this energy in my system, hiding it away in my body and in my cells. And I can feel it from time to time. I can feel it when I think about that situation again. Or if something triggers me again, I'll start to feel it in my stomach or in my head. All of that pain and pressure. So many emotions that when I think about that situation, it's just too much to handle. It was such a mistake. I made so many mistakes. And I don't ever want to feel that again. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And just sit for a moment and think about that number on a scale of 1 to 10 again. See if that has gone down. Hopefully you're feeling a sense of calm now, at least a little bit, and the number has gone down. If the number has stayed the same or has gone up, just know that this is an issue that is beneficial for you to tap on. So continue to tap on it and use specific memories of the situation that you're thinking of. Even bring in other people that were involved, bring in the particular feelings, make the memory as clear as possible, knowing that as you're tapping, you are clearing that stress response as you're voicing and honoring that the situation did happen. And we're going to do a round of more positive tapping, because I want you to really think about this situation as an experience that gave you a lesson. There was something that you gained from it. But I also want you to have an aha moment that this particular situation that is considered a trauma in your mind is also something that you carry with you. You carry it with you in your body a lot of times, and you also carry it into your expectations of how a situation will be. And so there's this idea that you're trying to protect yourself and keep yourself safe from ever experiencing a situation like this again. But that is setting yourself up for failure and disappointment, because you're not allowing yourself to understand how you learned from it and how there was something to be gained from it. So we're going to jump into a positive round, and we're going to start on the karate chop point again, repeating after me. Even though I have this traumatic situation, I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I went through a really challenging situation, I honor everything that I've gone through, and I give myself permission to relax and release. Even though I experienced a really traumatic situation, and I've held on to it for so long, I give myself permission to release it now and step into something new. Okay, jumping through the points. Here I am, and I realize I've been reliving this past situation because I've tried so hard to avoid it. I really couldn't face it. It was too painful to even go there. But I realized that I was doing my absolute best. I was doing the best that I could at that time. And I give myself compassion in this moment, because I didn't know any better. I didn't have the same resources that I do today. I didn't know that I had other options. I was doing my absolute best with the knowledge that I had at that time. And even though I felt like I had to protect myself, I choose to forgive myself right now. I choose to believe that everything was happening in a divine and perfect order. And maybe I chose that exact situation to teach me strength and compassion for myself. I honor how much I suffered. I honor how much I went through. And I choose to feel safe right now. I choose to give myself love and compassion. I choose to believe that now I'm even stronger than ever. And that I can go about my dreams with more knowledge and wisdom. I choose to believe that I have strength and power. And that I can handle anything that comes my way. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Breathing out. Again, rating that number on a scale of 1 to 10. Hopefully this really brought that down. And really sit with your aha moment of how it feels to give yourself compassion and knowing that the more that you try, the more that you will fail. And that is how you do get stronger. That's how you are able to continue to walk on that path that is your unique journey. So thank you so much for watching. I love for you to leave your comments and let me know how this tapping was for you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.